Okay, and I am live. Now, it's going to be a good show. I hope everyone has an amazing time. We're just going to chill out and chat before the show goes live. We've got 30 minutes. It's going to be an interesting show. Oh, okay, sorry about that. The audio just went blasted in my ear. There we go. Yeah, it's all good now. How's everyone doing? Just let people come into the show. Yeah, I should have actually have advertised that I'm doing a live reaction sooner, but bad timing. I should have had things more sorted out, but it is what it is. Can't change things. Anyway, how's audio levels for people that are listening? You know what's crazy is that all of the things that's been going on for the past few days, people losing the marbles over gaming and stuff. It's funny because like the biggest game showcase, funnily enough, this year is the Xbox showcase. It's not a multi-platform showcase like Summer Games Fest or an E3 replacement or a Game Awards. It's the Microsoft showcase. All eyes are on Microsoft at the minute, and it's easy to see why. You know, all the things that are happening early on the year, but I think people should really, calm down, enjoy gaming. There's a lot of things to talk about on the Xbox front when it comes to, the hardware, which it looks like there may be stuff happening. The games, a lot of games. Microsoft has over 30 studios, like well over 30 studios, a lot of which are making multiple titles. So even though you had this weird amount of FUD early on in the year, it's actually a great time to be an Xbox fan because of all the titles coming. You go back a decade ago, and the main concern about Xbox was the amount of games they were making. They weren't making many because they didn't have many studios. It's the opposite right now. 10 years later, they have literally more than 5 times the amount of studios as they used to have. Massive studios making big games. Like, they are an RPG powerhouse now. Who would have thought you could have said that about Microsoft 10 years ago? It's crazy. And as someone that prefers role-playing games, it's fantastic. I will say this. There's things I've heard and things I have seen. I will not say anything spoilerish about the show. I think people should really get to enjoy these showcases. Too many people just spoil them, and I don't understand why. If you have 24 hours to go or less for a showcase, what's the point of spoiling it? All that for a drop of clout? It doesn't make sense. I know it makes money at the end of the day, but spoiling something people look forward to for months just feels really icky. It doesn't seem right with me anyway. Now, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're just coming at the show, please share it. Again, I did not advertise for this because, again, I was late. I was meant to have Logan on the stream, but technical nightmare setting this up. People at the Xbox showcase area, and I think it's in LA or wherever it's at, people are seeing images of these glass cabinets covered in these cloths. So there's clearly some hardware going to be at the show. It will be interesting to see what that is, because when it comes to hardware, like, they already have 2 consoles out. There's the digital Xbox Series X, which is rumored to be coming out later this year. It's going to be white with 2 terabytes of SSD storage, which is really cool, especially considering Call of Duty these days. That storage is no joke. Call of Duty is an absurd amount of space taken. It's ridiculous. Excuse me one moment. I think I have... Okay, no, never mind. But yeah, it looks like the Xbox handheld's going to be there. I do think the surprises during the show is going to really shock people. I think we're going to see a lot of single-player games. A lot. Which is, that's my forte. I think, they already have live service covered when it comes to Call of Duty, Halo, Gears of War. You can even throw Forza in there to some extent, but they have a lot of games to show. Surely most of it's going to be single-player. I've seen people come over from across the pond. Most of the people that watch my channel are from the US. It's like 98% of people that watch my channel are from the US. Hi everyone, coming in chat. It's going to be a good show. And I've got it all set up so when the show starts, I'll switch it over and everyone can watch it along with me. It's going to be super cool. It's exciting, we don't get really E3 like we used to. E3 back in the day was super fun. You knew which week every year you're getting all these showcases. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Ubisoft, EA, Bethesda. And the funny thing is, like, when E3 went away, everyone started doing their own thing, different days, sometimes even different months. And here we are now, like, past the pandemic, and all these companies are doing their own thing, and they sort of around about the same time, which is really cool. Because if you remember back in 2020, all the showcases were spread over like 3 months. People did not like that. I didn't like that. I see Nick in chat missing E3. I miss E3. Right, before the show starts, let's talk about Summer Games Fest. Now, I've seen a lot of people hate on the show, and I was actually going to live stream that as I'm doing this right now. But again, technical issues, and honestly, after watching it, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It was a waste of time. And there were some great announcements during the showcase, don't get me wrong. Alan Wake DLC dropped yesterday. New World, the MMO, is coming to Xbox and PlayStation, and also you can play that MMO single player, and you buy the game up front, and that's it. Which is really cool. I think that game's going to be huge on console, by the way. But outside of that, there wasn't really many big announcements. And I know before the showcase started, Jeff Keighley said, hey, there isn't going to be one more thing. I've always thought the concept of a one more thing was kind of redundant, because you always end a showcase with a thing. So if you have one more thing, you're just delaying the ending of the show. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being picky, but there just wasn't really that interesting game there that people didn't expect. And the funny thing is, you know how everyone for the past several months have been losing their minds over rumors? Do you know there were several big rumors that were meant to happen about Summer Games Fest? None of them happened. Borderlands 4 wasn't at Summer Games Fest. Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica Remake, not at the show. Mafia 4, not at the show. Bioshock 4, not at the show. Not a single one of those rumors happened. Which I think is hilarious. Or if they show Mass Effect 5 or 4, whatever. I don't think they will. That's still years away. I will lose my marbles. They could just show a PNG, show a logo of the next Mass Effect game, and I'll lose my mind. I'll go crazy. You'll hear a loud pitch scream. Definitely won't be from me, but you'll hear it. But anyway, we're going to see a lot of cool games. And also there's the big third-party games that we haven't seen really much of yet. You know, Judas. That still needs a release date. Exodus by a bunch of... I don't know why there's a motorcycle outside my house. Anyway, Judas, we need a release date for that. Pragmata still hasn't got a release date, and that's that's releasing this year. Big Capcom sci-fi action-adventure game. And it's just going to be a good showcase. It really is. I'm just glad that the whole thing hasn't leaked. You know, Xbox in the past, they've had a track record of just everything leaking the day before, even hours before. But Xbox is directly live streaming this. So there can't be anyone, you know, behind the scenes leaking information, if you catch my drift. Which people are getting in trouble for over at the YouTubes. Yeah, if you listen on YouTube right now, you may notice there's background music. That will pause when the show starts, don't worry. We have got 20 minutes to go. Oh, it's going to be a good showcase. I may go crazy at some point, depending on if two particular things are shown, which I may have heard something about. But, yeah. There's also a bunch of games that, like, I cover Xbox, obviously. You hear, you know that. But, like, State of Decay, people have been wanting State of Decay for a long time. Microsoft purchased Undead Labs in 2018, and it's been a while since they put something out. In fact, they changed the logo for Undead Labs. It's super cool, by the way. It's black background. It's got a skull key. It looks really cool. They're going to unveil the logo, I assume, during the show, but I wouldn't call a logo leak much of an issue. Oh yeah, I'll talk about this while we before the show goes live. So I got my very first community note on Twitter, and I burst out laughing because the community note was actually wrong. The other day I posted about Halo Anniversary and how it's a remake. By definition, if you replace the assets with something else and make it new, it's a remake. And Halo fanboys, not fans, there's a difference, just start getting really angry about the fact I called it a remake. People get so angry about video games. It's like, what's the point of having this hobby if you're just going to get angry about everything? Just take time to enjoy yourself. It's sad, really. Yeah, I think there's gonna be some big announcements when it comes to Game Pass stuff and like the console stuff. Like I think it's Best Buy or somewhere in the US. The Xbox Series X is gonna be $399. That's a bloody good deal. That's a really good deal. I'm super curious about the Xbox handheld though, because there's been rumors for a very long time, and people have wanted a portable Xbox since the early 2000s. Like, will this be a console handheld where you have all your console games, or will it be a PC handheld? It's going to be a weird reveal. What is funny is though, if on Reset Era, people are super hyped about the Switch 2, and I think the Switch 2 is obviously going to be a massive success. Nintendo's had really good luck with the Nintendo Switch, how that's performed, and all the people on this forum, they're clamoring for a PlayStation Vita 2 or PSP 3 or whatever that plays console games. But the threads about an Xbox portable console, they were all getting angry, saying, isn't it redundant to just have just console games on the thing? It's like, the problem with Microsoft in the console space right now, and the public, they can't win. No matter what they do, they can't win. Phil Spencer could come out right now when the show goes live in 15 minutes and offers everyone watching 10 gold bars. And as soon as the stream would be over, people would complain that it's not enough. Microsoft's trying to buy us out or something. It's silly. Yeah, the community note thing on Twitter, I just thought was funny. The way you think about gamers is like a lot of gamers get remake and remaster mixed up. 343 literally called Halo Anniversary a remake. Oh yeah, Square prediction before the show starts. Visions of Mana release date. I think Final Fantasy 16 will be there. I do think it will be there. And maybe the Pixel remasters. I do think there's quite a possible chance that maybe one game will be shown that'll just make me angry for some reason. Just like if it's like some sort of like live service style game, I just don't play them. If any developer comes out on stage on any showcase and says, "Hey, we have a 10-year plan for this game," I just have flashbacks to Anthem and what happened with that, and the fact that we literally were playing that game and the developers forgot that they left the Christmas lights on. I'll never forget that. It was March. I could get angry about Anthem. That game had so much raw potential. So much raw potential. Yeah, I say in chat, if you've never played Final Fantasy, and I talk about this all the time, Crisis Core Reunion is on Xbox. That game is phenomenal. It is arguably maybe one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, and 10's my favorite, but Crisis Core Reunion was just so well done. And funny thing about that game is that falls into the bracket of being a remake and a remaster at the same time. Now, if that isn't confusing, I don't know what is. But, yeah. I do think there will be some backwards compatible stuff. You know, the Xbox 360 turns 20 years old next year. Now, if that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what will. But the Xbox 360 turns 20 years old next year. The Xbox 360 store on the 360 gets turned off next month. So I do think they'll do one last hurrah kind of thing. You know, a bunch of Activision games. Hopefully more than Activision games, because there's games that are on the 360 store that I had no idea that was still available, which people may be finding out soon. Yeah, 11 minutes to go. I've got that sort of, you know, it's the day before Christmas feeling as a kid. You're nervous, you're excited. That's what gaming's about. You should enjoy this stuff. You know, it's funny whenever I talk about backwards compatibility on, you know, Twitter, YouTube, or anything. One of the most asked for games, I'm not even kidding, is NCAA football. I think 14. It's something like that. Something that was on 360, I think. But yeah, NCAA football and a NASCAR game from 360. I get asked about those two all the time. And I have to tell people, sorry, if there's certain things that aren't backwards compatible, it's licensed games, you know. Like, I talk about Mass Effect on a daily basis. I could not tell you how many hours I put into FIFA 09. FIFA 09 had the best gameplay, best soundtrack, best minigames, best everything. Phenomenal game. Yeah, one game I do think that would be nice to get backwards compatible. Warhammer 40k Space Marine, the first one. Because the sequel comes out in a few months. The sequel looks phenomenal. I think people are going to love that. If the Transformers games are shown there, I will lose my mind, because those are two games that I was always told about how they were amazing. And I've been told since they're amazing. But they came out at a time when I was playing Call of Duty constantly. So, like, I missed out a bunch of games. It's one of the reasons why I love backwards compatibility. I get to experience the games I missed. So, like, I bought the Transformers games last year. I bought the last 2 copies I could find in the United Kingdom. Sealed, mint condition. Ready to open if there's BC. However, if they do get made BC, I'm just going to buy them digitally. You know? Leave them wrapped, mint condition. But like those are third-person shooters, like just third-person shooters. I do remember playing the multiplayer demo back in the day, and that was super fun. Okay, show starts in 8. I don't think I've been this excited for an Xbox showcase for a very long time. You know, Xbox already has a bunch of single player games that they've announced that I'm interested in. The whole Activision thing makes the thing even more interesting, especially that there's people that work on the Diablo cinematics were tweeting today about this. And obviously that's probably part of the job. I understand that. But especially after that whole New World announcement the other day, maybe World of Warcraft will be there. We just don't know. But it's going to be a long show. It wasn't really clarified by anyone yet. You know, the rumor was 2 hours, but we don't know if that's the showcase and Call of Duty. I do think that is the case. But, yeah. And I'm excited to see Call of Duty. You know, Modern Warfare 3 was technically going to be an expansion. That's why it was such a shorter title. But this is a full Call of Duty title. It has apparently a traditional zombies mode, which I'm looking forward to. A full-length campaign. And this Call of Duty title has had the most time in development than any Call of Duty in years. So there should be a lot of content shown. And when Call of Duty games do get revealed, we tend to just see the campaign, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I love Call of Duty campaigns, so it's what I want. But yeah. I was contemplating covering the Ubisoft showcase tomorrow, but Ubisoft copyright claim or strike people that cover their shows. Which is kind of funny because I'm a press affiliate for Ubisoft, and they give you assets to use on content. Like I've posted about Xbox like games by Ubisoft coming, and like they give us that. They give us the logos, the trailers and stuff. But like if the second you start live streaming one of their events, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. But hey, I'm fine. They always start off their events with like some cringy Just Dance thing. Like, is that what people do at these showcases? Do people go to like? This is what I've always found out about these game showcases that have dancing and live performances. Like everyone at these game showcases are sitting down in their seats. So like when Xbox back in I think 2011 they brought out Usher. And Usher start, dancing and singing on stage, and the camera keeps panning to the crowd, and everyone's just sitting there with their arms crossed because the gamers at a showcase and journalists. Like, it's the most awkward thing ever to have live performances in front of gamers at a showcase. But yeah, the show starts in 5 minutes, so I'll just get this out of the way quick. We will be watching it on my channel. All the audio and stuff. By the way, I can't talk today. I'm so dehydrated. All the things will be set up perfectly fine. And then once the show's finished, we'll talk about it for maybe half an hour, something like that. Okay, 2012 was Usher. I actually liked that E3, by the way, 2012. But that was a weird time. I think maybe it was like 2019. Ubisoft bought out a Flow Rider to do a performance. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't care who they bring out. Don't care if they bring out Metallica, anyone. Like, it just doesn't suit the venue. Yeah, my favorite studio is probably at Xbox. Ooh, that's a tough one. It might be Obsidian tied with the Coalition. or machine games. They have so many studios now, it's like, why do I pick? But they've got a lot of studios I like. I do hope State of Decay 3 has, I don't want to call it an easy mode, but maybe a mode that doesn't require me to look after people. Or like, you know, basically micromanage a group of people. Like, I just want to wreck zombies. You know, I want that Walking Dead experience, but with, you know, less things to be confused about. Oh yeah, we also seeing Dragon Age, I think, on the 11th. 15 minutes of gameplay is going to be shown. Two minutes to go. Okay, I'll switch over the audio and everything. Give me 2 seconds. You know, again, I didn't do any advertising. Share it out. It helps. But anyway, hope everyone enjoys the show. That's Black Ops, all right.
Don't trust anyone.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more.
Ooh, starting with a COD
Despite a
trailer.
potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
Of American renewal.
Something's going on.
Yeah, that's getting copyright claim.
Something big.
I'm a fire starter, terrific fire starter.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
I'm a fire starter, terrific fire starter.
This campaign does look good
Agency is
though.
compromised. We're being hunted from the inside.
I'm a fire starter, terrific fire starter.
Trust me, Marshal.
Oh
But
my
it
god,
might be
Black Ops
better
is
if you
so
do.
good. If you haven't played any of the Black Ops games, I highly recommend them. The campaigns are
What
so
the
good.
hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Game Pass as well. Oof.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
You just got a first look at the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Set in the 1990s after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems. It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision. And please stay tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies.
Yes.
It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show. It's been even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month. We hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
Big.
So no matter where you choose to play, everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th. I'm incredibly excited for today's show. I'm standing here thinking about all the passion that has gone in to making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the latest efforts from our partners around the world and from our own creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Game Studios, who are doing what I believe is some of their best work ever. And now I get to introduce something that is special to me.
Here we go.
As someone who has played games for as long as I have, it's amazing that I get to set up this world premiere.
Okay, here we
So
go.
thank you all for joining us, and please enjoy the show.
World premiere.
This has to be Indiana Jones. This somehow made Doom Guy look cooler. How do you do that? Oh my god. This looks a lot more open than Doom Eternal as well. We've got mechs. We've got giant mechs. Doom the Dark Ages Day 1 in Game Pass. Yes! Let's do it.
Who were you before? Who did you love? What did you believe? It's too late to ask now. We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us.
Well, this is obviously State of Decay.
We found hope.
Sure, a lot of people are happy right now. This looks really good.
I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
Like State of Decay
And
2
even
looked
if we
pretty
fought
crisp,
the other
but this is like
survivors just one more day,
levels, way levels
the
better.
sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it.
Shooting looks way more crisp too.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going. To fight on. When we needed it the most. I didn't know you well.
Hey, we're off to a
We'll
good
keep
start.
your
Call of
memory
Duty
alive.
campaign, Doom, and now State of Decay.
Every sacrifice we make matters. And will never be forgotten. No one is forgotten. We live on.
State of Decay 3. Oh my god, Dragon Age. Oh shit. Dragon Age,
Not
baby!
looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you and me.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
This looks very nice for a Dragon Age game.
We're going into the Fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
You know there will be dragons.
Right. We'll need someone with fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find her?
Pretty sure I just recognized two characters from Dragon Age Inquisition. Wow. Dragon Age drops this year. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin. There is no record of a star station in this orbit. Something is not right.
This is the Serpent's will.
Well, it looks like the Starfield DLC is adding the main thing I wanted. More Zero G stuff. That's exactly what I've been asking for like months now.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully.
Planets are looking very
They'll
different to what we've seen in the main game.
how long you live. You trespass in the home of House Varun.
House Varun.
Your
Nice.
fate will be decided by the great serpent.
Can you feel its embrace encircling your heart? Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
Clearly done a lot with this expansion.
I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
I wish you the best of luck.
New Starfield content tonight. Whoa. Great. Fantastic. Love that.
Vaultathon 76 is sponsored in part by Sugar Bombs Breakfast Cereal.
Wait, Fallout.
Bombs away.
Whoa, hold
Folks, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you live in the 10th consecutive hour of our Vaultathon 76 drive. We've got operators standing by and, oh, it looks like we've got one.
Harry's on from Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to Vault 76.
How about that? Skyline Valley, beautiful country, right
Oh, must
in
be
the
a new
heart of
expansion.
Shenandoah.
Oh, Shenandoah, I hear you calling.
Call now to join Harry and the over 17 million Vault dwellers already on board. And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center.
A map
Vault
expansion?
76 is a growing community, and strong community can weather
Yes, a map
any
expansion.
storm.
Ooh.
Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63.
Fallout fans on Twitter are probably losing it right now.
Scientific minds are hard at work, cooking
They've
up
improved this
shocking
game
new
so
ways
much
to
over the
protect
years.
and preserve this Appalachian Eden. Yes, Skyline Valley is a stunning portrait of Mother Nature in repose. From the picturesque Shenandoah National Park to its majestic wildlife and friendly local residents, Skyline Valley is a welcome home to all. And don't forget to bring home a souvenir or two. When the bombs started dropping, don't come a-knocking. Call now to reserve your place in Vault 76. Still not sold? Well, I suppose having skin is not for everyone. Best of luck out there.
Across the wide Missouri.
Wow, the expansion drops really soon. Let's see that coming.
World premiere.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year.
I can practically smell the copyright claims in the stream.
One stroke, and every one of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
This is a Western game with GRPG combat.
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
Oh, I like this.
Do you think there's a chance my mom's still alive?
If your ma's anything like you have, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
I hope so. It's just hard to believe this is all really happening.
You mean to tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Shh.
Okay, this is South of Midnight.
Oh, that's two-toed Tom. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't of a disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
We're like 20
I'm
minutes
all
into the
ears.
show and it's already
There's a
the
church
best
up a
showcase
ways
of the
with
year.
a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You want to make him come running?
Tom can't abide the sound of the bell. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Yeah, so this is a third-person action adventure with magic.
Gotta move
I've
quickly
been looking
now.
forward to this for a long time.
that floating island is the Gator?
So far, this is what Xbox had to do. Show great looking games. So far, what, 20 minutes in? Bunch of good games so far. Especially that last one, 33 Expedition or whatever it was called. Oh, this looks great. This looks really good.
All right, time to find that church.
The art style kind of reminds me of the Into the Spider-Verse
There it
movies.
is. Now to get over there.
Also, the arcade Netflix show. People have been wanting more third-person games. This looks fantastic. Lightning is bloody beautiful.
What the hell?
Put a grappling hook in the game, you immediately get my attention. Oh, love the look of that. 2025. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. I think everyone did. But hey, that game looks fantastic. Can't wait for that.
In darkness, she slumbers and dreams. And for
Hold on.
countless
Whoa.
generations,
This is World of Warcraft.
mortal heroes have risen
This is World of Warcraft.
to defend her. They faced monsters, tyrants, and beasts.
Oh my god.
of primordial
Are they actually putting
horror.
World of Warcraft? This will be huge if it's true.
Though they fought amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant
I've been
shores.
port begging this for years.
And even across time and space, their courage never faltered. Even upon the very threshold of death.
I can't imagine them announcing it this soon, though.
While new hope blooms on the horizon,
Yeah, if this is true,
Final
Jez from
battle
Windows Central will be losing his
draws
marbles.
near.
But surely it would be too soon to announce this for console.
Now, in the darkness, at the very heart of the world, the drums of war thunder once again. And Azeroth, at last, awakens.
The amount of people that have told me it's not. Actually, I'm going to hold my words.
So long denied me shall be mine.
PC. Damn it. I think it'll come to console one day though. Yo! Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god.
Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack.
Metal Gear
Your
Solid.
mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Oh my god, it
I'll
looks
be
so
referring to you
good.
as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by
I
the
love
enemy.
Metal Gear Solid 3 so much.
Leave
It's one
no
of my
trace of
favourite
your
games of all
presence.
time.
Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox Unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Oh, this looks fantastic. They've made way better animations. The shooting mechanics look better. This is exactly what I bloody wanted. This is what I've been dreaming of. Like, to a T, perfected Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh my god. Yes. I bloody
Commencing
love Metal Gear
virtuous
Solid.
mission now.
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. As long as Oo is free, your world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
Flintlock Stage is on. I've been looking forward to this one. This is also launching day one on Xbox Game Pass.
me and die!
Ooh, next month. Well, that's a bloody pleasant surprise.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind.
Rulers of the Greeks and the Norse.
The Egyptians and the Atlanteans.
We created mankind to fight for our glory. So rise and wield my wrath. Command beastly chaos.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury.
More happy at the end.
Worship me. Claim my power.
And legend
will be yours.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
I always knew I had an instinct. I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission.
What is this?
I was wrong.
Welcome
Perfect
to Garden
Dark.
City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day.
You know that game we apparently weren't going to see?
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts.
Oh my god, it looks so
You
good.
need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Generating voice print.
Oh, I've been needing more sci-fi. This looks sci-fi enough, I love it.
What readings are you getting?
We are getting odd readings from your monitor.
All the people that
Can you
were saying
confirm?
this was in like trouble development, does this look like it's had
I'm
trouble?
looking at the screen right
This is
now.
beautiful.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
And the life we think we know turns out to be a lie. There's only one way forward. Find the truth. Scans clear. I'm
Yep.
going in blind.
Carrington!
Damn it!
Oh, this is right up my alley.
Analyze.
You got
What am I
Mirror's
looking
Edge,
at here?
Perfect Dark
Carrington
blended
appears
together.
to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical.
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you. I could use someone with your skills.
to lose everything before I could see. What this world was really hiding.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Well, that looked bloody amazing.
Agent Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions. We hope you enjoyed the first look at gameplay, and we can't wait to share more from the developers at The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique, and I'm incredibly proud of our games and our teams. They are building a diverse lineup of titles, which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Ages from id Software, updates and expansions to our ongoing games like World of Warcraft, The War Within from Blizzard, handcrafted original concepts like South of Midnight from Compulsion Games, and blockbuster games with massive audiences like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 from Activision. On behalf of our creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, and Xbox Game Studios, we thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to getting their ambitious games in your hands. Diablo is one of the most enduring and beloved series in all of gaming. We're thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon-slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic for the game. Let's take a look.
Chicham. Mini Demis, Mini Sukudo, Marsolan, Akra, Chicham, Mini Demis, Mini.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Akra, Chicham, Mini Demis, Mini Demis,
Nerel?
Sukudo, Mars.
Oh, you're not well. Please, please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me!
Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden
So far,
alone.
this show is pretty excellent. Like,
I
everything's
must
looked
get
good.
to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No. Of course it's you! You monster! Let go of me!
Let go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Surrender.
No! the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
I mean, so far they've knocked it out of the park. New games, updates on existing games, and also expansions. So, like, so far, pretty damn good. Although my audio got messed up earlier on in the show, it'll be fine for everyone watching. I didn't catch how long the Call of Duty showcase will be, so I don't know how long this one is. But so far, excellent. October 8th, Vessel of Hatred.
Oh, right, Jew. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
Oh my god, Fable?
I mean, sure,
wow.
You get your mega fans,
You are like literally my favourite person.
your haters,
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
your chancers, and the occasional giant toad. For some reason.
Humphrey,
But it's more
Albion's
than
greatest hero.
that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
Jeez.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, isn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to
what
the
I wanted.
most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
2025, wow.
World premiere.
They're bringing the goods.
Use this. Make your own rules.
It's my turn.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins. Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her. I will make the tree stump a cozy home again, no matter what it takes, and no matter how hard it gets. I will fight and find meaning and beauty out here. Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't stand a chance. Maybe so, but I must keep believing that every winter leads to spring. Auntie, finally! No!
World premiere.
My mixtapes bend others to my will. It's a strange, almost cosmic talent.
Something.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, this looks pretty cool. Yeah, for people that haven't played Flight Simulator, this is a more action-focused version, so you have all these different events, you can save people from the mountaintop. It's basically any event that involves an aerial vehicle. racing, crop dusting, all that stuff.
World premiere.
I swore I'd never use my power again. But 2 nights ago, I found my friend's body in the woods.
Is this Life is Strange?
I don't know who I can trust. Or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is
If this
dead.
is Life is Strange, I mean, I love the first one.
So why can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Safi is still alive, but danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Safi. If I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
I dig this. I like Life is Strange.
Are you sure you want to investigate
Oh,
these
I'm in.
Mindy?
I'm in for this.
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
Yes, Indiana Jones. You have
These
no idea
artifacts
how
have a
much
deep
I've been
connection
waiting for
to
this.
something in the past.
Love Indiana
Boss
Jones.
believes they hold a kind of power. A discovery that could change the world.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air! We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
I intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Where Voss is sending all of his men.
I bloody love Indiana Jones. The trilogy is amazing. The other two were, eh.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look. Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands?
Machine Games are
What does
so
it say?
talented.
Earth
Probably one of the
something.
best in the industry, in my opinion. The Wolfenstein games was just so well
What's that?
executed.
We'd better hide. Hey, Ciao.
Hands behind your head.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes! And I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand! Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Ha 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 ha. You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer. I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure!
Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
We gotta get out of here.
Help me!
Grab the stone! The stone!
Gina! Haltet sie auf! Erschießt sie!
Hab dich.
You have no idea how much I can't wait. That looks fantastic. Yeah, obviously waiting to see what other games are launching later this year. Best for that game to have some, room by itself, because all the games coming out this year, it's busy for game release.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle, but over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
What on earth is this?
I should know. It runs in my blood.
Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot.
Here we go, Avowed.
Go. Tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
RPG fans are eating good.
World premiere.
scale atom plant. It's not emergency, but disaster. Now the worst seems to be over.
Why do I feel like I've been to this town?
Firing target.
Yeah, everything shown so far is 2024, 2025. Nothing years out, which has always been the biggest complaint, so I love what they're doing there. World War II? Mechs? Molten Soul? Atomfall. Game Pass.
Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy.
This has to be Assassin's Creed.
They talk
Shadows.
of peace
Yep.
and dream of war. Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Yeah, this is the first next-gen only Assassin's Creed game, so they're clearly doing a lot more with this.
Скіфе, радий тебе бачити, друже. Валимо звідси. Ви тільки погляньте на це. Край, чарівний край черемоша і прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя. Жива.
Координати закинув. Поквапся.
Game's going to be huge. This is one of the first major Unreal Engine 5 titles, you know, big open world and stuff. Impressive stuff.
час такий. Час можливостей.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс?
Зона така, якою бачиш і ти. Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
The content coming to Game Pass is just bloody crazy.
We've been honored to partner with GSC Game World, the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles, alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios in Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware, and empowering you to play your games anywhere you want on Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud. This is what defines Xbox today and in the future, and we're hard at work on the next generation. Immediately after Showcase ends, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
World premiere.
Oh my god. I think Jamie's getting his wish. This has to be the gaze boy. Gears of War 2, by the way, is one of my favourite games of all time. Okay. That is not what I expected. it's not a Gears collection. The new Gears game is a prequel.
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
We'll be talking about the whole show after it's finished.
We are rolling.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. New way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
I love Call of Duty campaigns. So much fun. And this has been developed pretty much longer than any other Call of Duty.
No turning back now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Something you should see.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. without any of their usual resources. They have to build their own team, recruiting 2 exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Sabati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach.
Line them up right, you can take them both out.
You know, people say no one plays the Call of Duty campaigns, but they put
We've
most
continued
of the
to
effort
push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave.
Right,
your enemies will be
These are
relentless,
expensive games to
constantly
make.
seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels.
FPS campaign, nothing else like them.
But cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
To the past 7 Call of Duty games. Even Black Ops Cold War.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stim, Homing Knife, Disruptor,
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
What does it say, please? Okay. Capture.
Okay, the attacker comes in.
I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go!
That was sick.
Great.
I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
From the beginning, we started with,
Even
you can't
graphically,
do
this
this
is a
thing,
leap
why?
above the past few.
And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni Movement, there's no going back. We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: Sprint Assist, Mantle Assist, and Crouch Assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do
movement
it.
is way better. The past year's
We
been a
want
bit
every
stiff, and
player,
you've got the
regardless
slide
of skill
mechanic,
level
which
or
you get
input
stuck
or
in
experience
doorways
with
and
Call of
stuff.
Duty, to be able to engage with Omni Movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6. We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round the corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We're constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Take cover!
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto
we'll be
each of our
going live for a
operatives.
bit after
For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
This looks fantastic. As someone that's getting back into Call of Duty multiplayer, this is what I need.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. We've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through and a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on day one in Black Ops 6.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Now, I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're gonna get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing, to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing. Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left
The
it.
zombies community.
We're excited
right
to
now
announce that there will be
will
2
be
brand
losing
new
their
maps
marbles.
available at
We haven't
launch,
had round
with a
based
curated mix
zombies
of fan-favorite
years.
features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Yeah, I'm going to call out some people.
Now, we
when
know we
this
only
show's
gave you
finished, by
a
the way.
little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige, then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based Zombies. There is so much more to share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
This is launching in Game Pass, by the way. Well, that was definitely a damn good showcase. Now, I'll set everything away. Okay. How's everyone doing? We have a lot to unpack. There is so much to go over. Now, we're going to talk about the industry leakers. Believe you me. It's, wow. Okay, everyone that's in chat right now, what did you think of the show? Personally, I think it was Xbox's best show to date. You know, let's talk about the Call of Duty stuff first, and let's get to the juicy stuff afterwards. Call of Duty, Treyarch, do the best. They are the best Call of Duty developer at the minute. This is the longest Call of Duty development time they've ever had. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has been in development for 4 to 5 years. So it's been a long time coming. Round-based zombies is coming back. A lot of people don't like the last Zombies game because it's an extraction mode. It's like way different to previous Zombies games. You know, multiplayer, they finally changed the movement system. Like, it kind of has that Max Payne 3 movement where you can have 360-degree movement, whether you're lying down or not. Great stuff. The campaign, it looks really big. Big set pieces. The best part of Call of Duty games is the set pieces. And this looks like it's going to have a bunch of them, more vehicle sections. It's what you want in a Call of Duty game. So all in all, Call of Duty looks great. You know, before we get into all the stuff, I haven't done any little channel ads. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel out and, you know, help me grow and all that stuff. I didn't do much marketing for this live stream as I should have. I should have posted about it yesterday. If you want to support the channel with super chats and all that stuff, it's greatly appreciated. Anyway. Yeah. Let's get... You know what? Before we talk about all the leaks, let's do a rundown of all the games shown there, because there was a lot. There's a lot of games to unpack. And I wrote them all down. So they opened up with the Call of Duty campaign trailer. Again, that looks great. Then we got Doom the Dark Ages. This looks phenomenal. Doom guy with a shotgun and a shield. Weird combination, but you know what? It just works. And, you know, obviously I think they're going to have multiplayer mode in that as well, but that's coming next year. State of Decay 3. The combat looked excellent. The gameplay needed to be improved upon. Apparently they've been working with the Coalition. That's great. More refined combat is what we need. Dragon Age Veilguard trailer. It was a cinematic trailer. There's not much you can really get from that. Starfield Shattered Space expansion. We saw more of House Varum. And there's also going to be more content dropping tonight, which is really cool. Fallout 76 map expansion. People have been wanting this. Expedition 33. That was a pleasant surprise. It's a Western RPG, but with JRPG turn-based combat. Like, weird combination, but I'm all for it. I want that. South of Midnight. That game looks excellent. Beautiful lighting, great movement. Metal Gear Solid Delta gameplay. We saw a glimpse of gameplay last year. It was only about 20 seconds of gameplay, and it looked fantastic, but this looked even better. You know, the movement animations looked better. The shooting mechanics in Metal Gear Solid 3 weren't that great. You know how if you're playing a shooter, you hold down the left trigger to aim, and you shoot with the right trigger? In Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, you aim with the left bumper, you hold down X, and then to fire your weapon, you release X. It's like a weird shooting mechanic, and it felt weird at the time, and it would feel weird now, but it looks like they've pretty much fixed that, especially with the aim down sight aiming and all that stuff. Flintlock Siege of Dawn releases next month. Pleasant surprise. Age of Mythology. Again, that looks fantastic. Launching later this year. Perfect Dark. That was one of the things I heard that would be there. Again, it looks fantastic. First person parkour can be a bit weird, but we've seen in the past with Mirror's Edge and a few other games, it can be done. This looks like they've done really well with that. Diablo Vessel of Hatred expansion. Looks cool. Fable. Fable looked gorgeous. That's what people wanted. I have seen some complaints on Twitter about how the game looks, because it doesn't look like Fable. Fable's art style back in the day was kind of because of the hardware it was on. You know, you weren't going to have a super realistic game like that on 360. Now they can do it. Like, imagine if they launched a Fable 2 looking game. Now, people would complain. People will complain no matter what. But Fable looks fantastic. Then we got Mixtape. That's like sort of some adventure game. I like the soundtrack. I'll probably check it out. Flight Simulator 2024. I'm looking forward to that. If you don't really like the... How should I put it? nicheness of Flight Simulator. This will be more for you. There's more action. It's straight to the point. Next up, we have Life is Strange. Now, bear in mind, I was trying to answer chat and post things on Twitter, so I didn't actually pay attention to the Life is Strange trailer. I just knew it was Life is Strange, but that's Maxine from Life is Strange. So, like, I lost my mind just during the showcase because I would never thought we'd see Maxine again, like, at all. So, like, the fact that they're making a game featuring Max after how the first one ends, so that'll be great, and that's coming out later this year. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Machine Games, they know what they're doing. They blatantly aiming this at Indiana Jones trilogy fans. You know, fans for the longest time. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the other one aside, the trilogy's amazing. This looks like in line with the trilogy. And some people have mentioned the release date thing. If you're new to the channel or if you've been following me for a while, I post every month about the 10 biggest games coming to the console, Xbox console this month, or next month or whatever. And I can tell you right now, this year is even more packed than last year. There's so many different games coming to the Xbox, people don't even realize. I have a database of games coming to Xbox. No wonder some companies aren't giving release dates for games, because it's so packed. I don't even know where they're going to release them. September through to November, packed. Absolutely packed. Anyway, I'll continue. There's a mech combat game. I believe it was Gundams. The game's been shown off in the past. It looks really cool. It's a multiplayer combat game. Wu Cheng Fallen Feathers. This game's also launching in Game Pass. It's a game set in Japan with supernatural elements. It's an action RPG. Avowed looked better than ever. One of my only problems with Avowed last time it was shown was the performance. Kind of seemed a bit stuttery, but this looked like it was running full 60 frames. Atomfall, a game by Rebellion. Looks like Fallout fans are going to eat this up. If you want your World War II post-apocalyptic fix, this is going to be that, but it has mechs and zombies. Next up, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. We finally saw gameplay. The stealth gameplay is what I wanted to see the most, and we got that. And the stealth gameplay looks fantastic. My biggest complaint with Assassin's Creed for years is that you're playing as an assassin. Why is the stealth gameplay terrible? Well, it looks like they fixed that, and it looks fantastic. Stalker 2 gameplay looks phenomenal. I mean, what that developer's been able to do during war, it's just impressive. You got to respect that, and the game looks fantastic. It's a hardcore first-person shooter. Like, it's going to be a difficult game in a good way. And then they ended with Gears of War E-Day. Now, by the way, I love Gears of War. It's one of my favorite franchises. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit emotional during that trailer. Like, that was Gears of War back to roots, Mad World playing. This is E-Day. This is just before the events of Gears of War. It's what people have been wanting. You know, the tone of Gears of War changed with 4. It kind of felt more lighthearted. Gears of War 1 through 3 was very serious in a lot of ways. Without giving spoilers away, I still don't want to give spoilers for those games. Those are kind of serious games, and this looks to be more serious. And that was in-engine, Unreal Engine 5. It's the Coalition. They're gonna blow everyone away, right? So as a show, great show. Let's talk about the rumors, right? Now, I see Nick in chat wrote no Square Enix. Do you know the weird thing about the Square Enix thing? Some very reliable Final Fantasy, I should say Square Enix leakers on Reddit, Reset Out, all this stuff, who've posted some very accurate stuff in the past. We're talking about there's going to be a huge Square presence at this show. You know, possibly talking about Final Fantasy in some way. And, like, none of that was there. What's weird, and kind of funny, none of the rumors were true, right? The Xbox handheld that was going to be shown there didn't show there. The massive multi-platform announcements, that didn't happen. So for the past 2 months, where people's been losing their marbles online over video games, was for nothing. In fact, there was 2 multi-platform first-party games there. Call of Duty, which we all knew was going to be multi-platform anyway, and Doom, the New World. The Dark Ages. Like, most people thought that was going to be multi-platform anyway, but outside of that, the multi-platform things people were panicking about for months proves that they wasted their bloody time. When Phil Spencer came out on stage at the beginning of the show, he literally just mentioned Xbox PC Game Pass. Xbox PC Game Pass. So, everyone, the grifters online that have pushed this forced negativity for months, did it for no reason. Other than clout and money. But, like, it was all for nothing. All for nothing. The people that said Perfect Dark was in a rough condition. Didn't look like it was in a rough condition. The people that said Gears of War 6 was going to be shown. No, it wasn't. The Gears of War collection. Clearly not a thing. Now, there are some things I do wish were there. Obviously, like I just said, the Gears of War collection and the backwards compatible drop. Like, I'm actually shocked there was no, like, announcement of backwards compatible games because no one from Xbox has denied it for months. And that kind of made people believe there was going to be a drop. But if I judge the showcase for what it was an excellent showcase. Great pacing. You don't really need people introducing every single game. It was a good show. And a lot of the new games interested me. A lot of core titles. And there was a big emphasis on third-person games, I noticed. Which I really like. Xbox needs more third-person games. The partner titles look cool. And I'm actually surprised by a bunch of the third-party games that are also going to be in Game Pass. Like Expedition 33. That game looks phenomenal. Game Pass. Pretty much everything else that was there was Game Pass. Outside of a few titles. But it was a great show. And I think that really should tell people that, one, people need to stop losing their marbles over video games and rumors. And people need to stop believing everything they hear. Because people have been angry for months. The latest rumor that people have been losing their marbles over, do you know what that was? Halo Remaster multi-platform announcement. Not there at all. 343 wasn't in there in any capacity. And yeah, it's just weird. Oh yeah, and the no Game Pass drop thing. I think maybe they could do something like that outside of the show. But yeah, it's funny at the same time though that none of the rumors were true. But you look back and like the people that started these rumors were saying Microsoft weren't going to put Call of Duty in Game Pass. That turned out to be false. Game Pass is getting Call of Duty this year, brand new COD. You know, the Xbox handheld, which we're apparently going to see or get teased this year, not there. And all these people that leaked these things, by the way, I'm doing air quotes, they'll come up with something to try and deter people from, realizing it's all made up, right? All these people, and I'm calling them out, all these people make this stuff up, right? They make these things up because it gets their attention. Think about it, Xbox has been on, everyone's, minds for the past few months, wondering what's happening with multi-platform stuff. Every thread on Reset Era is will this game come to PlayStation? Are you going to buy it? Every single time I post a video on Twitter or YouTube, all the comments are oh, I can't wait to play this with trophies. And it's all of that was for nothing. Pandora's box was opened up, and for no reason. Hilarious and sad at the same time. But the show was excellent. I love the direction of Gears of War going forward. That's what I wanted. Gears of War 4 and 5, I love those games, but they're just too light-hearted. They weren't that serious for me. Fable looks phenomenal. I've been wanting Fable to come back for ages. The last time I was in the world of Fable was Fable Legends, and it's been long enough to talk about it. The Fable Legends looked amazing, but it didn't play good. It was back when these developers around the world were trying to chase this 4v1 mechanic for multiplayer. I don't know why that became a thing, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, great show. Stalker 2 still getting its release date in September. I'd be curious, what did everyone else in chat think of the show? Outside of the rumors and all that stuff, because it was a solid show. Just Square Enix, they had a big opportunity to show some Japanese games there, to show that they are truly committed, and they've said that they committed, all for no reason, nothing. it's kind of, I just can't get over it, because like my feed for months, and we've seen the detractors online. You know, the people that have quote-unquote changed sides because of, you know, Hi-Fi Rush went to other platforms and stuff. They just did it for, what, Twitter money? Attention? Basically. And we're obviously going to see the clickbait later today and stuff, but I just think, you know, too many people get upset and force, like, the whole forced negativity thing really bothers me, because, you know, all eyes were on Xbox. They had to knock it out of the park. They absolutely had to. And you're going to see people online later today that will, you know, they'll find something to complain about, something that nobody else is talking about. But it was a great show. It was a great show. You know, pacing, fantastic. Pacing for me is a big issue for a lot of things. You know, you can have a lot of cool games shown, excuse me, but if, like, the pacing is terrible, it can throw it off for me. But it was a great show. It was a lot of fun. A lot of cool games there. In fact, I wanted basically every game there, outside of, like, 2 of the smaller games. But really cool games shown. And they didn't do the one thing they normally do. There was no sizzle reel of upcoming, like, indie Xbox Game Pass games. I think that's the first time they haven't done that in a long time. But it was a great show. It was a great show. And, you know, Phil Spencer in the past has said that they have so many games in development that they have to announce things throughout the entire year. So they already announced stuff earlier in the year, and they announced stuff now. So, like, we might see more stuff at, you know, Gamescom, TGS, all that stuff. I will be interested to see if the Square Enix stuff does actually come about, and we do see things like Final Fantasy 16. Would they save that for TGS or Gamescom or maybe a Game Awards? I'm not sure about a Game Awards announcement, but yeah, that show was way better than Summer Games Fest. Way better. Summer Games Fest was, you know, kind of disappointing. By the way, when it comes to Summer Games Fest, bit of a tangent, I just found out about 2 days ago that Jeff Keighley is, like, the son of, like, the person that owns IMAX or something. That explains a lot, if you catch my drift. But hey, you know, he tries to make the best show he can. The problem with Summer Games Fest for me, it gets hyped up for months and months and months, and then 2 days beforehand, you get told, temper your expectations. You know, Microsoft's done that in the past. They said temper your expectations. This year, they didn't do any of that. It was an excellent show. I'm very happy what was shown. Very good show. Excuse me for 1 second. Anyway, I think that might be it. Again, I should have done more advertising when I came to the stream. I could barely get the stream working. The tech is all over the place. But anyway, thank you for everyone that joined me. Depending on how many copyright claims this video gets, it may stay up or not. But if you want to share it, it's really appreciated. It helps the channel out. As for upcoming content, All Things Xbox podcast returns on Tuesday. There's multiple upcoming videos planned, so I should have more videos coming out next week and the week after. Trying to get back to weekly content, so you're going to have a weekly podcast and a weekly video, maybe 2 each week, depending on what my schedule's like. And also when it comes to on-camera content, I've been talking about this for a while. The reason I don't do news is because it takes a while to edit these videos and put together. So when I put out a video like a top list, or when I've been covering Starfield or something, some of these videos can take up to 20 hours of editing. They take a long time to make. But when I start doing on-camera content, you can expect news, the dates available. But I won't be doing any of that pulling faces for cringe. I just won't be doing that. It makes people more money, but I'm not having cringe ass faces and thumbnails. It's just no. Anyway, it's been fun talking to everyone. Again, this was just like a last minute thing I set together. You can follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description down below. The link to my last video is in the description down below. 10 biggest new games coming to Xbox this month. There's a lot of cool games yet to come out this month, because it's only the 9th of June. Anyway, I'm out, everybody. Have a good time. Peace.